I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
Member of Coach Stu in Bristol. He was our baseball member or committee member for many, many years. He died at the age of 84. Gordy's son Pete played Bristol Legion baseball, and Gordy himself loved working at our games. Please join me in a moment of silence in his honor. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Let me over here, guys.
All right, welcome right here to beautiful Muzzy Field in Bristol, Connecticut. We're going to pause for the playing of the national anthem in just a moment. They just had a moment of silence for Gordy Losey, passed away at the age of 84, longtime contributor to Connecticut American Legion baseball in particular here to the Bristol area. So certainly our best wishes going out and our sympathies going out to Mr. Losey's family. Lived a wonderful life of 84 years and quite a contributor to American Legion baseball.
Well, you see so many of these people here from American Legion baseball in Bristol.
All right, they played the national anthem, and we're just about to set to play some baseball right here at Muzzy Field, as this is the regional part of the tournament, Super Regional, coming up later next week, actually later on this week now. This is the beginning of a new week, being a Sunday. Don Boyle, Steve Riley alongside Bristol. A nice win. They're playing out of Pod D, of course, representing Zone 1, and RCP out of Zone 7 playing here in a huge game. The winner gets a couple of days off, Steve, which is vital when you're playing in a double elimination tournament.
Absolutely, Don, especially when you have pitching limitations and you can only go up to 105 and then you got to sit out so many days. So it certainly is something that has to be strategized. You certainly want to stay in that winner's bracket. But one of the things I wanted to say, Don, was this is the 90th consecutive year with the American Legion Baseball in Bristol, Connecticut, and that's why that so many people for so many years contribute to this great post.
Going through his warm-ups is Zach Marquis for Bristol, and he'll try to pitch them to a couple of days off. And Steve Riley with the batting order for RCP, a familiar foe at the championship level of American Legion Baseball.
Absolutely, Don. A lot of familiar names here, too, as well. But RCP leads it off as Dave Dewey, the center fielder. He'll be followed by Noah Budzik. Remember that name? Second base. Followed by Nick Palazonis is going to be the catcher. And batting in the cleanup spot is Zach Lombardo, the right fielder. Batting fifth, Brett Tiviarge, left fielder. He's been around for a while, that name. Austin Roy, third baseman, will bat sixth. Roland Tiviarge, the first baseman, will bat seventh. Cade Palladino, the designated hitter, will bat eighth. And batting ninth, here's another familiar name, Don, Tyler Baldwin. And Tyler will be playing second base today.
David Bernier behind the plate for Bristol. Down at first base is Ryan Green. And the second baseman today is Corey Fredette. At shortstop is Plantamoro. Noah certainly can handle that position quite effectively. Max Goulet at the bag at third. Anthony Lozier in left field. Violetti in center, and Lemke in right field defensively for this Bristol team here at historic Muzzy Field in Bristol, Connecticut, as Dewey will step into that right-hander's batter's box to get this one underway. No surprise, Bristol playing here in a winner's bracket game today. Had a terrific season with that winning percentage well above 70% at 72%. And, of course, Tolland got beat yesterday, and they're playing for their playoff lives. They and Stanford, the defending champs, in a battle with a very tough Brantford team today, and we have live coverage of that one, too, with Aiden Black.
Yeah, I mean, Stanford, what a surprise that was yesterday. But as T.J. Grand, the coach of RCP, told me before the game, everybody's got at least one stud, so to speak, and that's why you see some upsets in the first round.
Count quickly goes 1 ball, 1 strike here to Dewey. Marquis, the right-hander, looking in for the sign from Bernier. Outfield playing just about straight away. Violetti might be a step or two towards right center field. Wind is blowing lightly out towards center. Very spacious ballpark here at Muzzy Field in pristine condition. We're inside this brand-new press box, just a couple of years old now. The pitch to Dewey, and that's low and away.
Don, when we talk about the pristine condition of the field, they had 2 inches of rain here in Bristol last night. So I tell you, their grounds crew did an excellent job of getting this field ready.
And the pitch, fastball hit on a line. All right, to Goulet at the bag at third. He'll make the catch. He was alert there, was the third baseman, and Dewey hit it on the nose, but right at a fielder.
Zach Marquis on the mound for Bristol, Don. He's 3-1, 1.69 ERA. He's a good one.
Now Budzik will step into that left-hander's batter's box, playing shortstop today. Very versatile player. Had a brother that was outstanding for RCP.
Yep. We used to have the phrase, "You've been Budzacked."
Absolutely.
Right.
Marquis comes with a straight fastball. Got it over for the strike. Equals the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Still a threat of rain here in the afternoon.
The American Legion Baseball hoping they get them all in today.
Yeah.
What a whole slew of games, 16 in total.
It's supposed to be spot thunderstorms is the weather forecast, but those clouds are moving awfully fast, so the weather could change in a minute.
Pitch wanted foul by Budzik. Count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. RCP has represented the state of Connecticut at a couple of the American Legion World Series tournaments. A couple of games in the win column, too. There's a roller up the middle by Budzik, and he has himself a one-out base hit. Well, a good bit of hitting there. Just stayed with the pitch, Steve, and hit it on the ground up the middle.
Nice smooth swing does Budzik have. Is that from that left-handed batter's box?
So Polizonis will step in. That's Paul LaFleur in the background, shouting out the names eloquently, as he always does, as a public address announcer here at Muzzy Field in Bristol. Lombardo in the on-deck circle. 7-inning ball game today. Pitch over the outside corner for the strike.
Bristol down was second in Zone 1 behind Avon this year. RCP post 105 was fourth in Zone 7. That was unusual.
Yes, absolutely.
They must have won at least, 9 out of 12 of the last Zone 7 titles.
Yeah, they've been a dominating team.
I guess Berlin shifted into Zone 7, if I'm not mistaken.
Pitch high in the air. Shallow center field. Well, that will come on and make the catch for the out, and you have 2 down. Polizonis retired. Lombardo to the plate. Zachary playing right field today. And the pitch to the plate is outside of Lombardo.
So T.J. Grand's lineup, righty-lefty, righty-lefty. Trying to keep that pitcher uncomfortable.
Quick throw to the bag at first. Trying to keep Budzik close. We'll see how aggressive RCP will be on the base path. They play a lot of calculated baseball, does RCP, and I don't think they go too far outside the boundaries, Steve, and try to force issues. But in a situation like this, you got your cleanup guy at the plate.
Yeah.
Got
2 outs.
Yeah, good runner with Budzik at first. Green trying to hold him tight there. Popped up, twisted, foul, and out of play to the third base side.
Bristol got to this game down by beating Waterford 7-6 in 10 innings on a walk-off fielder's choice with no outs. So they've got 3 pitchers today, which are ineligible rather. This is Warkowski, Balfour, and I think Knox. One of them is Warkowski's available.
Marquis pitch driven down the right field line, but it will veer foul. He got that up in the strike zone a little bit, and Lombardo really turned on it.
I'll tell you what a difference the wooden bats make, though. You can see in the how far out in the outfield the outfielders play versus aluminum. They switched back to aluminum in the Northeast Regional Tournament, which will be held in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts again for the 2nd year in a row. It's at the home of Holy Cross College. Or is it the University of the Holy Cross?
I don't think they've changed it yet. They probably never will. Little bounding ball down the green. Touch of the bag, 3 unassisted. Lombardo is retired. So he had the base hit by Budzik. He's stranded on base. We've played a half, and your score, RCP nothing. Bristol coming to the plate for the first time. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after these messages.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part.
All right, right back here at Muzzy Field in Bristol. And Lozier will lead things off, Steve, with the batting order for Bristol.
As you said, Don, Anthony Lozier batting first, batting second, Noah Plantamuro. Matt Goulet will bat third. Jake Violet will be in the cleanup spot. Corey Fredette will bat fifth. Ryan Green will bat sixth. And Alec DiLoretto, seventh. Dave Bernier, eighth. And Mike Lemke will bat ninth.
All right, Valentin out in the mound, the slim right-hander for RCP, trying to keep his team in the winner's bracket here. Going up against Lozier. Count quickly goes 1 ball and 1 strike. We'll set that defense momentarily. Pitch over the outside corner for the strike call. Palazonis behind the plate. Nick setting the target to the outside portion, and that pitch missed outside. Wind blowing out towards center. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count here on a Sunday afternoon. Skies are brightening a little bit, Steve, so that's certainly going to be interesting to see how the weather plays out today. A little dribbler. Valentin fields his position, and Lozier retired, and you have yourself 1 down. That's going to be 1-3 if you like to score at home. Plantamuro coming to the plate, the shortstop. Tiviar's down at the bag at first. That's Roland Tiviar's. Down at second base is Tyler Baldwin. Noah Budzik plays shortstop for RCP, and Austin Roy, he'll play the bag at third. Brett Tiviar's in left field. Dave Dewey, the center fielder, Zach Lombardo. And he'll man right field for the team in the uniform color of the Oakland Athletics. Plantamuro to step in.
Yep, Plantamuro comes in with a .319 batting average.
Swings at the first pitch, ground ball, fielded by Roy. Comes up from the knees and zings it across the diamond.
Yeah, it looked like Roy lost his footing there a little bit as he came to his left. He recovered well and made a good throw.
For those of you watching the British Open or watching us and curious about the British Open, Tiger Woods made a run. He's faltered a little bit. Jordan Spieth has dropped back a stroke. And we have 2 new
Who cares about golf?
golfers
this
at
is American
the
Legion
top
baseball.
of the leaderboard.
This is baseball, the
Absolutely.
sport of America.
This is Goulet, the third baseman, stepping in with the bases empty here in the bottom of 1.
Football fans would argue with me, but it's America's game.
Football as in soccer, you might say.
No.
A lot of folks very interested in our second broadcast today. That game actually started at 12:30, a half-hour delay due to weather. It's Stanford and Brantford. Stanford trying to remain in the tournament. Boy, they were 22-2 in Zone 4 during the regular year, too.
They were just dominant. One time they were 19-0.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Goulet. Curveball missed outside from Valentin. Well, Steve, congratulations to you publicly. You were part of the coaching staff for a team that won a CIAC, I forget what state I'm in now, CIAC baseball championship out at Seymour this year.
Yeah, we had a nice run. Players did a nice job, and that's really what it is. You got to win. You got to go 1-0 5 times, and we were able to do it.
Count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes to Goulet. And the pitch, strike 3 call over the outside corner. Valentin looking strong, gets him 1, 2, 3. We have completed 1, still scoreless. RCP in Bristol. Back with more of this winner's bracket contest after this.
You know what? Why won't it?
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I would encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the...
There you go. All right, welcome right back as we move on to the top of inning 2. And Brett Teviarge leading things off, the left fielder, Roy, and then Roland Teviarge to hit. Marquis, the right-hander, out of town. Brantford has jumped out to a 1-0 lead over Stamford. That game in the 3rd inning of play.
Wow.
Brantford was a powerhouse program
for
in the
many,
state of
many
Connecticut.
years.
Yeah. A lot of scoreboard watching today. That ball hit out to center field. Violet able to get a good jump on it, and Teviarge is retired. 1 out. Brings up Austin Roy. So Roy up for the first time, playing third base, has made a fine defensive play already. Was alert for a line driver. Hit right at him. Got to use the word driver today, obviously, with golf on the mind of some.
There was an interesting story I heard today about the Middletown game yesterday, Don. Middletown was leading in the 7th inning with 2 outs, and their pitcher had reached the 105 limit. So he had to come out, and North Haven ended up coming back and winning the game 4-3. An instance, perhaps, where the pitching rule played in favor of one team and against another.
Marquis, 1-2 pitch hit on the ground. That will field it onto the bag at first, and Roy retired 4-3. Be interesting to see how quickly the infield works today, Steve. How quickly the ball will roll through it, with the grass perhaps a little wet. Had some drizzle prior to the start of the game here.
So you get some of those varmint Kong that pop their heads up, Don, and knock that ball in a different direction. Speaking of golf, right? The Caddyshack. A reference to the moles that used to pop up in the field.
Here's Roland Teviarge, the first baseman. As far as pitcher's duel, just 1 hit between the 2 teams, but we're in the top of 2. This one early on.
And Teviarge was the starting pitcher in that game yesterday.
Hits it on the nose, and that's a ground ball. Past the effort of the shortstop and in the left field. Teviarge with the 2nd hit of the game for RCP, and they have a 2-out base runner for the number 9 guy, Tyler Baldwin. So Baldwin to the plate. Baldwin, another familiar name to RCP fans throughout the years, Steve.
Certainly is, as Corey was the shortstop for many years. This is Cade Palladino, by the way, Don.
Oh, I missed him. Yeah, I just realized
hitter.
I only had I put Baldwin in the wrong spot.
Say he didn't look like Baldwin.
Yeah, I was going to say. All right, so who's at the plate? The
Cade
designated
Palladino, the designated hitter. These teams come. RCP stands, in case you don't know, for Rocky Hill, Cromwell, and Portland, Connecticut.
All right, Palladino at the plate, so we got that straightened out.
Actually, post number 105. A nice contingent of fans here at Muzzy Field for both teams.
Fastball right there. Foul tipped into the catcher's mitt of Bernier. Count level at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
As there's the, looks like we have a bit of a shower coming down now, or light one.
Runner goes, a pitch, swing, and a miss, and that will end the inning as Palladino, the designated hitter, Strikes out swinging. First strikeout for Marquis. We're through 1.5 with the rain coming down here in Bristol. We'll take a break. Still scoreless.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
That hits. He went back. Well, back here at beautiful Bristol's Muzzy Field, we're moving on to the bottom of the second inning. It's the light rain starts to fall here at Bristol. Jake Violette steps into the batter's box.
Fredette and then Green to follow here for the home team, Bristol. There's second seed in their pod. They could be playing at home for the remainder of this this pod, this regional, if they get a little help. Tolland's got to be knocked out of the tournament, however.
Yeah. Violette comes into the game batting .241.
And that's a strike 3 call. Valentin, good pitch. Second consecutive strikeout. Second called strikeout, and you have one down. Well, as quickly as the rain started to come down, it seems to be lightning a little bit.
You mean
not lightning, not in lightning, but coming down a little softer.
Did you say softer?
Softer.
I think it's coming down harder.
Now
it is. Yeah, at the moment it was. Now it's coming down harder.
1 ball, 1 strike, and there's a grounder off the end of the bat. Roy will field it, and that slick ball thrown across the diamond, and nice stretch at first to the Irish, and Fredette is retired. 5-3. Brings up Ryan Green with the bases empty. Green looks like a powerful guy coming up here to the
Certainly
plate.
is. Ryan Green is a really, really good ball player down. He played for St. Paul of Bristol this year. He was an all-state player for St. Paul, all-NVL player as well. I mean, he's just a very, very powerful swing. Green leads the team with RBI. He's tied for the lead with Fredette at 11 RBIs, batting .340. With a wooden bat, that's pretty darn good. Now it looks like the rain might have stopped. That's probably what we're going to get all afternoon.
Green will foul it off, and the count goes 2 balls and 1 strike here in the bottom of 2.
That foul ball went right off the face of a house over here on Muzzy Street.
Yeah, living over there is a dangerous, dangerous proposition. Swing and a miss, and the count goes even at 2-2 to Green.
Yeah, now the sun comes right back out. I think that's what we're going to get all afternoon, Don, is this, because the clouds are moving so rapidly.
You always wanted to be a weather guy, and this is your perfect day.
Yeah.
Valentin's pitch, curveball, just missed.
As we said before, Don, there's 8 zones in Connecticut American Legion baseball play. Only 2 of the zone winners were defeated yesterday.
Ball popped up, out of play, off to our right.
But the good news is if you're a zone winner and you lose, you end up playing at home in the second round. That's why Stanford's at home against Brantford.
Green rolls one down to the busy Roy. Bobbled it a little bit, but held his composure, made a good, strong throw across, and another 1-2-3 inning for Valentin. Pitches duel continues. On to the third we go. Still scoreless between RCP and Bristol right here on SportingNewsCT.com.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
All right back here at Muzzy Field in Bristol, Connecticut. The sun begins to shine once again. They took the feet markers off the wall out there, how far it is to hit it here and there in a couple of spots. But it's 326 down the line and right, 339 down the line and left.
Yeah.
And got to be, close to 400 feet to straight away.
Well, there is a
center
marker
field.
out there in
Is
left
there?
center down
You can
405.
You can see that? Where?
Yeah, it's
Where
off.
is that?
See the Pepsi sign to the left of it? There's an advertisement.
Yeah.
Right above it. There's 3 letters.
You can see that? I can't see that from here. A little bit younger than I am, Steve. And
I think it says 40. Well, there is. I won't pass that eye test on it. I think it says 402.
This is Tyler Baldwin at the plate. Count goes 0-1. Marquis doing a good job getting ahead of the hitter here. He's kept the leadoff guy off the bases for 2 consecutive innings, but he's given up a single in each inning. Hasn't hurt him at all. Top of the order waits on deck for RCP. Dewey and Budzik scheduled to follow here in the third. Ball hit up in the air. Center fielder on. And Violet will make the catch, and Baldwin retired on a lazy fly. Second put out for the center fielder. Actually, third for the center fielder for Bristol today.
See, that's a typical wood bat fly out where the center fielder is playing shallow, so it's not going to drop in. That same location in a high school game probably would have been a base hit.
Here's Dewey. Hit a liner to the third baseman, Goulet, his first time. Hit pretty hard, right on the nose, but right at the third baseman. Outfield remains just about straight away. Marquis working quickly.
Yeah, Zach Marquis, basically, he's also a strikeout pitcher, though, Don. He has 27 strikeouts. I had him at one point with 12 walks. Only 4 hit batters, but Marquis is really probably the ace of the staff.
Pitch to Dewey, fastball. And he got him, struck him out. That is the second strikeout for Marquis. Brings up a Noah Budzik, owns a base hit, so he's 1 for 1 is Noah Budzik. Budzik, a recent graduate from Cromwell High School here in 2018. 6'1", but only 145. How do you keep the weight down like that? Is that just youth?
I don't know. Nice smooth swing, though, from that left side.
Marquis with a long look in. The 0-1 comes right at him. Missed outside.
And you saw that time Budzik wanted a timeout. It wasn't given to him.
Marquis, the 1-1. Count goes 2 balls and 1 strike. Trying to work him away.
Bristol in the regular season, Don, was 5-3 at home. They were 8-2 away.
Pitch fouls off. That bodes well for the remainder of the state tournament because the Super Regional. Well, no, actually, the Super Regional will be here at Bristol.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yesterday's game was actually played at Tunxus Mead Park there in Farmington, I believe. I assume Muzzy wasn't available.
Ground ball hit down to the second baseman. Well, they were fielded by Fredette for the out and thrown across the green. 4-3 if you score that. 1-2-3 they go. We're back with a bottom of 3. Still scoreless between RCP and Bristol.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
The loser in the... All right, welcome right back as we continue on. This is a winner's bracket game, and the winner of this game will get Monday and Tuesday off. The loser of this game will have to play Tuesday with the survivor of that loser's bracket game that's being played. So that's kind of how it all works out here. Of course, and
just keep winning. I guess that's
absolutely. Keep winning. Keep winning. Turn you up there a little bit. So De Loretto will step in. The first pitch, a strike from Valentin. Valentin seems to be in total control at this point in the contest. That missed outside.
Yeah, he's a little bit of an unusual delivery. He's a sidearm pitcher, and he works from the middle of the rubber, starts from the right side of the rubber, and he's effective that way because he's coming across on an angle to the right-handed hitters.
De Laurento, 5'11", 165, will be a senior out at Bristol Central High School. Count quickly goes 3-1. Bernier in the on-deck circle, 7, 8, and 9. The batting order scheduled to come to the plate here. Yeah. De Laurento thought he had ball 4. Instead, it's 3 and 2. Ground ball. Hit the opposite way. Tyler Baldwin will field it. His brother Corey was a fine infielder, you might remember. It's thrown on the first for the out.
I remember the games, too, in the tournaments where he had that shoulder problem that one year. And could barely throw the ball over to first, but just gutted it out. And that's what you see with a lot of RCP teams. They gut it out. See, the infield that time now basically deadened that ground ball down. So some of that rain down that hit must be having its effect on the ground balls in the infield.
David Bernier to the plate. Bernier, 5'6", 137, out of Bristol Eastern High School. Graduated in 2018.
Bernier comes in with only a 154 batting average.
Pops it up. Foul territory. The average is over, and he'll make the catch. Bernier is out on a pop-up in a foul play. 2 down. That's 8 in a row, retired by Valentin now, as Michael Lemke steps in. Lemke out at Elms College. Graduated from high school in 2017, 5'11", 160. You know, college players coming back and really add a lot of not only stability and experience, but, they can actually teach some of the younger players some of the college routines that they learned, Steve, that they played some college ball,
absolutely.
Which can be very, very
Lemke, for a while down, was batting only like 158 or so. He's got his average up now to 297, so he's been hot.
Ground ball. Budzik will field it. The shortstop got it across the diamond. Lemke retired, 6-3, 9 in a row, retired by Valentin. It's still scoreless through 3 complete. Back with the top of 4, RCP in Bristol, and a good one.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support,
All right, Palazonis will lead things off. Fly ball out his first time. 0 for 1 against Marquis, and the pitch from Marquis is in there for the strike call.
You know, down across Connecticut, there were a lot of close games in that first game yesterday. There was only one game I thought was a runaway a bit. It was Waterbury knocked off Wilton 13-2. So upstart Waterbury playing top-seeded Cheshire in that Pod F game today.
Marquis, a college player out at Western New England University. Out at WestCon, actually. WestCon State University. Graduated from high school in 2017 and talked about his experience and perhaps the ace of the staff here for Bristol.
Yeah, there's some other guys with, you know, slightly lower ERAs, but they start in Marquis is probably their ace.
Pitch hit high into the air. Violet given a chase on the run. It's out of his reach. He'll have to chase it down. The ball just came to a thudding stop. Didn't roll away too much, and that'll be a double. And a leadoff double it is. And RCP in good stead here in the top of the fourth inning with a runner in scoring position. Palazonis hit it well. Good effort there by Violet.
Well, I noticed down on that play, the call for the pitch comes in from the dugout on the third base side from the Bristol coaching staff. The catcher put down the covers, and then Marquis shook off the pitch that was called, and he wanted to throw something of his own, and now he paid for it.
Here comes Lombardo to the plate, recent graduate from Cromwell High School. His first plate appearance, he tapped out to the first baseman, Ryan Green. That ball might have got up into the wind there a little bit, too.
Yeah.
Palazonis hit it pretty well. Good effort there by Violet, just out of his reach by a few feet. Pitch down low, squirts between the legs of Bernier, and heading to third. Palazonis, now he's just 90 feet
That's
away.
big. Yeah, because they didn't have to give up an out to try to advance the runner to third.
Guess you'd have to call that a wild pitch down in the dirt.
I got that one a pass ball.
Pass ball, okay. Obviously, you were a pitcher and always blame the catcher. I like the way you do that. RCP trying to take the lead here in the top of the fourth. Marquis' pitch. Tried to tickle the inside corner and got the call. And the count goes 2 balls and 1 strike. Went off speed against the lefty Lombardo. Tibiars in the on-deck circle for RCP. 2-1. Ground ball. Infield is in. But DeMoro looks a runner back and on the first. And Lombardo is retired. 6-3, 1 down. Tibiars to the plate. A liner to the center fielder his first time.
Yeah, the one thing Lombardo did not want to do is a one hopper to the shortstop.
Tibiars will graduate from Portland High School in 2019. So he's in his senior year. I can't believe 2019 is right around the corner. It's crazy.
I know.
And we're so young. That's what's amazing.
Marquis there picking up a little rosin from the bag to get that grip.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch. A curveball in there for the strike. Had a little motion on that pitch there.
There he is. Marquis throwing a behind the count curveball.
Brantford continues to lead. Stamford 1-0 as the defending state champs in jeopardy of being knocked out. Of course, West Hartford was also a team that represented the state of Connecticut at the Northeast Regional as the backup team. There's a base hit through the drawn-in infield. Tibiars will bring home a run. And he's
You're getting
thrown
an
out of
RBI,
the
but you got a
bag at
9-3.
first.
And
Absolutely.
that only happens in wood bats,
Yeah.
Don. I mean,
Lemke came on quickly and alertly threw him out.
So RBI, 9-3, no base hit on that.
That's right, 9-3. Of course, I called it base hit when it went past the outfielders. I should say the infielders. The outfield, you kind of think you got one there, but they weren't playing that deep. And Tiviage will be ribbed a little bit probably when he goes back to the dugout. But on that particular play, Lemke was playing so shallow. That pitch high and outside. Austin Roy to the plate with the bases empty. 1-0 RCP with the lead. So Roy grounded out his first time. Marquis touched up for a run, gave up the leadoff double. Zonas, and then what really hurt him, not so much the double, but the wild pitch, putting the runner at the bag at third.
Yeah, that was the key there, because if that was a 9-3 out, the runner on second base, it would just simply be 2 outs and a man on third.
Although Tiviage probably would have had a base hit otherwise.
Maybe not.
Maybe not, yeah.
The right fielder might have just still got the guy out at first.
Yeah, maybe. Everything changes when you change things in the world. I think there's been a couple of television programs where guys will go back in time and change the course of history. That ball hit on the nose and through as Roland Tiviage comes up with a base hit. So now they're putting runners on with 2 down. Roy walks, Tiviage singles, and Palladino, who struck out his first time, will step into that right-hander's batter's box. 1 run on 4 hits now for RCP. Bristol, nothing across that board as of now. Palladino with 2 on and 2 out. Critical at bat here in this contest, Steve. Especially the way Valentin's pitching.
It certainly is. I mean, here, if you go up 2 runs, is a big difference in the games like this with wood bats.
7-inning game, too. So we're just about midway through here on the top of the 4th. And the pitch to the plate, chopped down to the shortstop. Playing tomorrow, 1 to go to second, didn't. Goes across the diamond. I don't think he thought his second baseman was ready.
Yeah.
It might have been a close play, but Palladino thrown out 6-3. He had plenty of time to make decisions. Did play tomorrow, obviously. All right, they leave a couple on, but they strike for a run. Tiviage thrown out 9-3, but collects an RBI. How do you love that? 1-0 RCP with the lead. We'll take a break. We'll be right back in a moment on SportingNewsCT.com. So stay with us.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for...
Back if you want. All right, we're back here at Muzzy Field. Don Boyle, Steve Riley, Lozier, Plantamoro, and Goulet scheduled to face Valentin. Bristol still searching for their first base hit of the ball game, and they trail by a run here, Steve.
Yeah, Bristol, though, I will say, Don, has been in a number of close games lately. They've played the last night's game, 10 innings, they win it. They had a couple of games I saw here, and we broadcasted here on Sporting News CT, and where they've come back and had victories. But, you know, they've played like playoff baseball.
As a ball off the glove of the diving Budzik, and that'll be a base hit for Lozier. Terrific effort by Noah Budzik. They're nearly able to haul it in, but Lozier on with the first hit of the ball game for Bristol. He becomes a leadoff base runner.
Yeah, that was a line drive up there. Budzik thought he had it, went right off the edge of his glove.
So Plantamoro to the plate. Throw to the bag at first. Lozier trying to keep him tight there.
Look how far up that third baseman is, Austin Roy.
He's expecting
wow.
bunt, isn't he?
He's like 10 feet away from the batter. I hope they don't fake bunt slash. You know, he's got to bunt it to the right side if that third baseman is going to be that close. Yeah, it's one dangerous scenario to be in if you're a third baseman.
Absolutely. Pitch down low.
The other thing I've seen is if a guy is that close to you, they end up bunting it past the third baseman if he's too close. You know, they're willing to give up the run. I mean, the out. You just got to throw that ball down there and let them bunt it. You don't want to walk them because then you're going to face another bunt. I think it's 2-0 now still.
Plantamoro is 0 for 1, grounded out his first time to the third baseman, Austin Roy, who's fearless at the bag at third.
He still squares at 3-0. I would imagine he was taken, yeah. Plantamuro with a 3. I think he's 319 batting average. 17 hits on the year.
Bunt attempt.
Yep. There's 2 strikes on him now.
Pitch is bunted foul.
Yep, he's out. Get recorded as a strikeout?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Plantamoro retired. Trying to bunt with 2 strikes. Goulet to the plate with a runner still at the bag at first. Brings up Goulet to the plate. First pitch, ball 1. Our video stream is frozen here for a moment. We'll try to fix that when we can, bring that back to you. But we'll go with the audio portion as of now. So change the procedure on how we call the game. Call it old-time radio.
Delayed steal. Nobody's covering.
That's right. And down to the bag at second goes Lozier. As that throw by Palazonis goes into center field. Had to be backed up by Dewey.
Yeah, that's the advantage. They caught him asleep that time. Lozier had a delayed steal. Guess what, Don? The rain starts coming down again.
Yep. Count 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, and the rain coming down a little harder now, and the clouds have thickened up above. Valentin, a little trouble as a ground ball hit up the middle. Budzik will field it and slings it out of the bag at first. 50 yards for the out. That was a big play there. Taking third is Lozier.
Yeah, that time Valentin looked like he tried to get it with his bare hand almost. It skipped through, but I'll tell you, Budzik, what a fantastic play he made. Over the bag at second base, deep shortstop position to make that throw.
So Violet now stepping in. He struck out, called out on strikes back in the second inning. So you got a runner at third, 1-0 score. RCP with the lead. Lozier with a leadoff single here in the 4th inning. Stole a base. Takes third on a ground ball out.
Violet coming in at 241, but he's got about 5 RBIs.
And the pitch from the right-hander. A little high by Valentin.
And that rain actually stopped.
Yep, as quickly as it started.
I'll tell you, these clouds are moving quick.
So Count at 1 ball and no strikes. Time has been called. Outfield just about straight away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the pitch. Hit high in the air. Center fielder Dewey will have plenty of room to make the catch one-handed style, and Violette is retired as he roamed out towards right center field. That will do it. The threat will come to an end with through for complete. 1-0 RCP with the lead over Bristol.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
While I was over...
Well, we're back here in the 5th inning. You have a 1-0 ball game. RCP hanging on. As Valentin bent in the last inning but didn't break. As Tyler Baldwin steps up to the plate, takes strike 1.
So Marquis, the right-hander, do apologize about the frozen camera. Right now, giving you the radio-type broadcast of this all here in the 5th inning. As a Baldwin, second baseman with a leadoff single going the opposite way there. And RCP brings up David Dewey. Dewey 0 for 2. He is lined out and struck out here today. As we're in the top of inning number 5. Green trying to hold him tight.
Another delayed steal.
Throw down.
And it wasn't a very good throw down as that one hit the dirt and bounced away. I thought that if a good throw would have had him.
So Dewey now has a runner in scoring position. Bernier's throw, a little short. Second base side of the bag. Well, Baldwin leads away from the bag at second. Dewey, the right-handed hitter. Count 1 ball and no strikes. Marquis likes to peek over the glove. Bernier will set the target behind the plate. And they'll fake a throw down to the bag at second. A little twist there by Marquis. But the more of the shortstop, for that is your second baseman on the corners. You got Green at first, Goulet at the bag at third. Lozier, Violette, and Lemke in the outfield from left to right for Bristol here in the 5th inning. Being outscored 1-0, out-hit 5-1 by RCP.
Yeah, that time Dewey showed bunt and then pulled it back for ball 2.
Here comes the pitch. And that just missed.
3-0.
Count goes 3-0. Marquis gave up a run on the 4th. The leadoff double by Olazonis. And he got the ground ball out. A wild pitch put the runner, Olazonis, to the bag at third. And a parent base hit the right, but no, he was thrown out the bag at first, was Tiviars, but he collected an RBI for the only run of the ball game, as that's ball 4 to Dewey.
Yeah, now you're going to look at this. Coach Jerry LaPenta takes a long walk to slow things down to talk to Marquis. Now there's going to be another bunt situation. Noah Budzak steps up. Now he walks down the third baseline to talk to his coach. T.J. Grant. Now they have the entire infield of Bristol is out on the mounds. Now there's going to be some activity in the Bristol bullpen. Let me see. They're sending down 15, 12, and 15 and 12. Who are they? 12 is Ryan, and the rest of them I think are just the catcher and the protector. Because the bullpen down the left field line is in the field of play.
Showing bunt, pulling it back is Budzik. Budzik today is 1 for 2. Still nobody out. First two have reached a walk and a single. And RCP looking to add to their 1-0 lead here in the top of the 5th inning. And a bunt by Budzik, collected by Marquis. Only play to first, and he got it there. That was closer than I think what Marquis really wanted. Budzik hustling down the line, but he'll put 2 in the scoring position.
Budzik, the left-handed batter, bunted it to the left side. Marquis picked it up, looked at third at first, and then spun around and had a fire to first to get the speedy Budzik, who was flying down the line from that left side batter's box.
Palazonis, who has doubled and scored the game's only run to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. Got 2 in scoring position. Infield in around the horn. Just 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, usually second and third, 1 out is the time for CC suicide squeezes here, but not with a guy maybe perhaps who got a double his last time up.
And Marquis comes right at him. Missed inside.
Critical point in the game right here, Don, showing how the way that Valentin's been pitching for RCP.
Here comes the pitch to the plate, and that's hit on the ground right to the third baseman. Gallet will field it, goes across the diamond on the money to Green for the critical out, and you have 2 down now.
Just what the doctor ordered there, right at your third baseman.
And it brings up Zach Lombardo to the plate, who's 0 for 2. He's made contact twice, grounded out to the first baseman, and hit one down to the shortstop. The runners at second and third. This is an opportunity RCP does not want to squander.
They've got 5 hits in this game to Bristol's 1, but only lead it 1-0.
Pitch down to the dirt. Bernie, a nice stop there.
They've also left 4 men on base so far.
Lombardo is a left-handed hitter. You got Tiviage in the on-deck circle. Marquis. The 1-0 pitch. Got it over for the automatic strike, and the count goes 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield not playing all that deep.
No.
Lombardo was a cleanup hitter for this RCP team. Wind blowing out the straightaway center field right now. We have sunshine. The rain has stopped. It's been off and on.
Yeah, you had a lot of blue sky up there now, but the clouds are moving fast, though, and that's why the weather has been changing so rapidly. As you see all those flags above the stadium here blowing, waving in the wind.
And the 2-1 pitch missed inside. Count goes 3 balls and 1 strike. Marquis could be tiring here a little bit in the 5th inning. We walked a batter in the 4th. That was the first he walked. He's walked a batter here in the 5th. He's in jeopardy of loading up the bases. It's inside. Strike call.
Yeah. Little delayed call there.
Absolutely. Lombardo twisting out of the way. Count now full of 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runners at second and third here in the top of the 5th inning. RCP is at the plate, and time has been requested and granted.
Yeah, Lombardo trying to hold that pitcher out to make him perhaps throw that ball 4.
Marquis looking in for the sign. Wind is blowing his jersey a little bit out there on top of the mound. All right, everybody settling in. Lombardo knows it's a critical pitch. Marquis gets a chance to think about it. Advantage batter, I would think, in a situation like this. Here's the 3-2, And it's a ground ball. It's going to be hit down to Fredette. The second baseman scoops it up and hurries a throw onto the bag at first, and they escape. Runners at second and third with just one out. RCP can't get a runner home. We're back with a bottom of 5. RCP continues to lead Bristol by the score of 1-0. We'll be right back after these messages on SportingNewsCT.com.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
All right, welcome back. We continue with our frozen pitcher, but you can see the beauty of Muzzy Field in that frozen pitcher as we bring you a radio-type broadcast here for right now. Do not want to go off the air. This game is just too good.
Just too good,
old-time radio. Fredette to lead it off. He's 0 for 1, swings at the pitch and drives it into left field to Tiviage for a base hit. So Bristol has a base runner, a leadoff base runner now for the second consecutive inning, Steve.
Yeah, solid single that time. That was ripped into left field. No chance for any of those infielders to get it. Fredette has 8 stolen bases on the year.
So here's Ryan Green, bottom of the 5th. Valentin's now given up just 2 hits, 1 in the 4th and 1 here in the 5th inning. They're trying to keep Fredette close to the bag at first.
I'm waiting for Ryan Green to bust out with something deep.
Swing and a miss. Out of town, the last report, Brantford leading our defending state champion from a year ago. Stanford 1-0.
Wow, Stanford with such a great year so far.
There's a little dribble at first base side. As effective as a bunt right there by Green.
It was a bunt.
And Valentin able to, I was checking the score out of town there, so I actually missed it. I just saw the ball being bounded around.
Yeah, no,
there.
it was a bunt, which I tell you, here I am waiting for him to break out with a gapper. And
now, we're doing a radio-type broadcast, remember that, so you didn't have to mention that. Nobody would have known.
Nobody would have known, yeah.
So, sacrifice bunt. I mean, for his average, you had to do it, but you had to mention it. But out of town, all joking aside, Stanford in trouble. They still trail by the score of 1-0. The Brantford ground ball shot foul first base side by the right-handed hitting Di Lorenzo, the designated hitter, who's 0 for 1.
Well, there's a lot of coaches and fans down that don't believe in the sacrifice bunt.
Yeah.
They're giving up the out when you only have 3 to give up in an inning. But, you got to do what you got to do. You're trailing 1-0 here. And Valentin playing, pitching very well.
Pitch missed outside. The count goes 1 ball and 1 strike. Bernier in the on-deck circle. Valentin looking in for the sign with the glove high. Works from the stretch. Checks a runner at second. Checks again. And the pitch. Fastball missed outside. And the count goes 2 balls and 1 strike.
Well, that's what you have to do as a pitcher, Don. You have to keep those runners, in check. You can't be a one-looker back to second base, and then you might, risk somebody stealing on you.
Count now 3-1 as Valentin missed the mark again. And he's becoming a little concerned. The body language has changed a bit out in the mound as he strolls around. The lanky righty checks a runner at second. The 3-1 pitch, and that's up high, and he walked him. He lost him. So now you got 2 on, 1 out, a single, and a walk. And there'll be a visit from the dugout.
Yep, from T.J. Grant will make the slow trek out there now. And the Bristol runners will run down to, along with the hitter, to go down to talk to Jerry LaPenta at third base. Manager from Bristol down, Jerry LaPenta, has been around now for about 8 years. But, you know, Jerry has a storied career of his own. If I remember right, he also played he went to UConn. He was a big hitter there. He played Torrington Legion. He was drafted and played with the Chicago Cubs organization and then went back to UConn as an assistant coach. Coached the junior Legion team here to a state title, and then became the manager of the senior team, where he's been now for, as I said, about 8 years. Done a great job here at Bristol with this team.
A very short conversation out there on the mound. And
yeah, Bristol's going to send up Jeremy Ganavage to the plate. Ganavage, also a catcher, comes in at .214 batting average.
Hitting for Bernier in this position. Runners at first and second. Bernier in the lineup. Popped up in the foul territory. So he was 0 for 1. Count 0-1 right now.
Yep.
Here's the pitch. That's hit up the middle. Off the glove of the diving Budzik.
Get a force at second.
And they'll get the out at the bag at second as the center fielder, Dewey, alertly came on strongly. And, boy, Budzik might have had himself a double play right there, Steve, if he had held on to it.
He caught it. Yep.
Miraculous effort. That's the second time he's gone up the middle to try to make a catch on a soft liner.
Yeah, it's gone off the glove.
Yep. So that's a fielder's choice. Puts runners at first and third. They did get DiLorento.
Yeah.
That's going to go 8-4. You got some odd scoring going on
I
here
know.
today.
8-4. Well, actually, that's what, 6 to 8-4.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. When you look at it that way, yeah. Lemke to the plate, 0 for 1. Grounded out back in the third. They're on the corners.
Well, they're trying to get him in a rundown now. That runner at first base has a huge lead down. That's one of the things I've seen Bristol do once in a while is they'll just play long lead. Now they got him in the rundown. Now he's going home for the play.
And the throw is going to get on by the catcher, Walazonis, and going all the way to third.
Yep.
From
game
first,
is tied.
and we got a tie game at 1. Fredette, well.
It's an E4, I believe, on that throw.
Baldwin's throw, difficult for Polonis to handle.
That's what Bristol does. They scrap for runs like that. I've seen that play before. They just take a big lead, let the pitcher throw over, and hope that the first baseman throws it long. The runner go. That runner was going immediately that ball was thrown by the first baseman, Don. A good throw would have had him at the plate, but a bad throw don't.
Well, I think RCP had some confidence in what they were doing, too. They just didn't execute it. They had him dead to rights.
Yeah.
Now the pitch high by Valentin. You don't want the wheels to fall off here.
Yeah, they had the second baseman cut into the baseline a bit, so it wasn't a long throw. The second baseman just that time, Baldwin just turned and threw it, and it was short hop to the catcher. And then the catcher and the runner actually collided a little bit as the ball rolled in front of the screen in front of the Bristol dugout on the third base side.
So now Bristol can take a lead here in the bottom of the fifth. That pitch over for the strike call, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike to Lemke. Top of the order, Lozier on deck. Granovich down at the bag at third, trying to take that lead away. Reach on the fielder's choice as a pinch hitter. That ball hit right to the first baseman, Tiviage, and he'll make the touch of the bag. Lemke retired. Damage is done, however. Boy, you had that lead-off single by Fredette. How big was that? Their second hit of the ball game, and eventually comes around the score on that delayed steal, and we're tied at 1. On to the 6th inning we go. Back with more after this.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation.
All right, welcome right back here. And the report is that our defending champ, Stanford, who ran away with the Zone 4 championship, has been eliminated by Brantford.
Yeah, stunning that they lost 2 in a row.
But I don't know how true that could be. We'll check in with our counterpart, of course, in Stanford here today. It looks like they're still playing, at least on the website. Stanford, Brantford in the 7th inning.
Is this going to be one of those Dewey wins?
So maybe that game's still ongoing. We'll wait and see how it all turns out, obviously. Into the bottom of the 7th inning they are. And yes, indeed, Brantford did beat Stanford by the score of 1-0 as they celebrate at Cubetta Stadium. That game just coming to a close. That is shocking. Although not too shocking when you lose to a Brantford team. How about Guilford? They had a play-in on Friday and beat Meriden.
Right.
And then they knocked Stanford to the losers bracket.
Yep.
Leading things off here is Brett Tiviage, and he'll loft one to center field and one out here in the top of the 6th inning. Once again, we do apologize with our frozen pitcher here. But we don't want to break away from this game and have to come back to it, as we'll give you a radio-type version with an updated scoreboard the best we can, although our scoreboard's still reflecting 1-0.
1-0.
I guess Steve Riley has decided to...
Well, I didn't know if it came up on the frozen screen or not. That's why. It appears on the frozen screen?
Oh, yeah. Scoreboard's working. Yeah, it's just a picture that's frozen, the video itself.
Oh.
So Tiviage makes the first out in that fly ball. You saw that. And Austin Roy to the plate. Roy is 0 for 1. He has walked here today. Pitch from Marquis. He's feeling a little more energetic now here in the 6th inning. His team has produced a run in the 5th inning. Count 2 balls and 1 strike to Roy. Outfield just about straight away. That light breeze out towards center field. That ball tomahawked down to the second baseman. Fredette will field it. Got it on the first to Ryan Green. Hit right at the second baseman, and quickly 2 down here in the top of the 6th inning. And Roland Tiviage to the plate, who's 2 for 2. Number 7 guy in the lineup has banged out a couple of singles today.
And I tell you, they haven't been cheap either. He's been ripping them into left field.
Tiviage in the ball game. Having a good one is Roland. You get that college experience out at Mitchell College. Graduated from high school in 2017. Good size at 6'1", 212.
Yeah, pretty big kid.
Yes, indeed.
They have up in the 7th spot.
Inside.
1-5-1 up on the scoreboard for RCP. 1-2-0 for Bristol. The only one that counts, though, is the 1-1 here in the top of the 5th. 6th, rather.
Palladino is on deck for RCP. If you're just tuning in, RCP scored a run on the 4th leadoff double by Polozonis, the catcher. Eventually scored on a ground ball out to right field.
Right field.
Tiviage thrown out at first. We chuckle a little bit, but the infield was in. The infielders, obviously on the lip of the infield grass, and the outfielders were in too. Count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Tiviage. The pitch to the plate. Strike 3 call with a curveball, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Zach Marquis. Back with the bottom of the 6th. We're still tied at 1 in this winner's bracket matchup. Back with more.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
The American...
All right, welcome right back as we continue on here. Don Boyle, Steve Riley alongside. Bottom of inning number 6. Bristol trying to take their first lead in the game.
And they lead it off the top of the order here.
Lozier today is singled. He's 1 for 2. Valentin still checking out the mound. Ground ball hit up off his glove, taken by Baldwin, the second baseman, to the stretching Tiviage at first. Lozier retired 4-3, 1 down.
Nice play that time by Baldwin. He had to snap that one pretty quick to get the speedy Lozier.
Brings up Plantamoro. He's 0 for 2, including a strikeout. Pretty good pitches duel today between Marquis and Valentin. Only 7 hits between the two teams. They've had 1 error. It was crucial, allowed to run the score for Bristol back in the 5th inning on a delayed steal.
RCP has had nobody in their bullpen throwing, so.
We're here in the 6th inning of a 7-inning game. Our state director, David Greenleaf, in attendance today, so good to see that. I haven't seen David in a while. He's looking good.
He was here in the last time we broadcasted here on Sporting News CT.
Here comes the 2-0. No, it's been called off. Plate umpire.
That one doesn't count to the 105.
Yep.
Get 105 pitches in American Legion baseball in a game. I wonder how close these two guys are right now.
So the count of 2 balls and no strikes.
As we said before, that's what happened to Middletown yesterday. They're leading the game with 2 outs. Now he threw another pitch they said is no pitch.
Yep.
Time is called.
I guess he just wants to warm up there a little bit.
You know, we got to see how this mentally plays out on Valentin. He just threw 2 fastballs for naught.
2 balls, no strikes to count. Play tomorrow, able to settle back in. Valentin looking in for the sign. Kind of squares off there to home plate, looking in.
I think he was delaying on purpose. Now it makes the batter step out.
A little cat and mouse going on between the two.
There had to be something. You didn't see any shake off by Valentin. You're just staring into the plate.
Outfielders are playing straight away. Tiviage in left, Dewey in center, Lombardo the right fielder.
Now he's doing it again. Just staring in.
Yeah. Right fielder a little deeper than
They're going to be a warning here, I would imagine.
Yeah, they're going to come out of the dugout and have a chat now.
Yeah, and TJ
Valentin.
Grand's like, what's going on here? You know, you can't have this kind of, it's going to be it's only affecting the pitcher. The hitter's not going to be bothered by it much. Little cat and mouse. He's just staring into home plate without moving, and then he just didn't pitch. Either that or you have an awfully slow signal going down.
Everybody getting settled back in now. Infielders join the conversation.
Pitcher wants to hold the hitter in, Don, for more than 3.5 seconds. I mean, that's about it. Usually a hitter, 3.5 and out, he's going to call time. Pitcher wants to hold him in longer than that. Batter doesn't want to be held in. Now he's going to quick pitch.
And the 2-0 pitch missed inside. The count goes 3 balls.
So
no
it just
strikes.
favored the hitter here.
Three 0 the count. And the pitch to the plate. Down low, ball 4.
Plus you get the crowd into it too now. You know, the crowd is roaring away over there for their Bristol players. Plantamuro, let's check out how many stolen bases he has. 5 on the season. He's not the big base stealer. Goulet is, who's up at the plate now.
So here is Goulet, and the first pitch is ball 1, and Valentin right now struggling to find that strike zone. 1 ball, no strikes, runner on, 1 out, and the pitch to the right-handed hitter, a little high. for ball 2.
And then you're going to tick off the home plate umpire a little bit, I would imagine, too, Don. So he's not exactly going to give you those marginal strikes after you just delay.
Galay is 0 for 2 today. Here comes a 2-0 pitch. And that's a strike call, and the count goes 2-1. Running down at first with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Chopped. Fielded. Valentin. He'll tag the spinning runner halfway down the base path, and Goulet is retired.
Yeah. There were little words between the pitcher and the batter that time, Goulet.
Plantamoro advances to the bag at second.
And the home plate umpire gives a warning to the pitcher.
Indeed.
And they're saying, why did he warn him? I mean, the batter tried to spin. The runner tried to spin around and avoid him.
And he's saying he kind of shoved him.
Yeah, he kind of shoved the pitcher back. So that is true, though. I mean, and then now T.J. Grant really angry at the home plate umpire, saying that his pitcher was, shoved by the base runner Goulet, and he pointed at the umpire emphatically. So, the umpire got ticked off, I think, Don, after the delay thing. And, now on that call, he gives a warning to the pitcher without a warning to the runner.
I do apologize. Our video is frozen, so you can't actually see it. So we're going radio mode here today. Violette's going to step in after everything settles on down.
Yeah.
Well, these are two teams that want it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Want to stay in that winner's bracket. Two very proud programs in the history of American Legion baseball here in the state of Connecticut, both RCP and Bristol. Bristol, one of the winningest programs all time. RCP in the last, decade has been dominating.
They've been dominant in Zone 7 for sure, and then they had 3 in a row state titles.
First pitch for ball 1.
Ball 2.
Now ball 2. Valentin trying to.
Well, he's got first base open. He could choose, but you don't want to pitch to Fredette, who's already got a single in this game.
Got a runner at second. Count 2-0 in the pitch. Just outside.
Yep.
The count goes 3 balls and no strikes.
And T.J. Grant has to be careful as that ball rolls in the infield, picked up by Budzik. As Grant can't visit the mound. He's already got one visit in this inning. He'd have to remove his pitcher if he did.
1-1 your score. Runner at the bag at second. And the 3-0 pitch to the plate. And that's a strike call. Count goes 3-1 to Violet.
Let's see if Violet's taking all the way here.
2 out, 3-1 pitch. Fastball spoiled off. First base side up over the rooftop here. The press box at Muzzy Field.
It bounces on Muzzy Street. American flag waving towards right field here at Muzzy Field.
Count full, 3-2. 3-2 pitch on its way. Ground ball
Base
out
hit.
the middle. Base hit charged by Dewey. They're going to send the runner around the bag at third. Here comes a throw. The tag is made on time.
He's out. What a great throw that time down by the center fielder, Dave Dewey. He threw it all the way from center field on the line, and the catcher caught it standing up and made the sweeping tag.
Well, you score that 8-2, and that was just a beautiful throw by David Dewey. Well, Lazonis did a nice job of holding on at the plate. They come up empty, does Bristol, back with the top of 7 right after this.
Well, you had to send him, I thought for sure. I mean, he made a nice throw. Kid made a good throw. What are you going to do,
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set.
All right, we're back as we move on to the top of the 7th inning, and it's good to report that we also have our video back here.
All that praying we did between innings helped, Don.
Absolutely. Well, I decided to push the correct button there.
Uh-huh.
Took time to figure that one out. Palladino to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today, the designated hitter, number 8 hitter in the lineup. Down goes 1 ball and no strikes as Marquis continues to work. That's taken on a little short hop thrown across the diamond by their shortstop, Plantamoro, for the out. Looked like he may have actually caught that in the air, and they will call that a line drive, a soft line around Palladino. Retired L6, we'll call that. He threw it across just to make sure. Good alert play by Plantamoro. And brings up Tyler Baldwin. So Baldwin to step in. And the pitch to the plate is strike 1. Baldwin 1 for 2 with a single back in the 5th inning. RCP scored their lone run in the 4th. Bristol responded with a run of their own in the 5th inning, and the count quickly goes 0-2 here to Tyler Baldwin.
Yeah, you may remember, Don, that when Baldwin got on base, there was nobody out, and then he was stranded at third base. Now there's some activity in the RCP bullpen.
And the pitch is low and away, and the count's going to go 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got to imagine that Valentin for RCP is getting close to that 105 mark. It's a hard 105, Don. You can't finish the batter as you can in CIAC rules.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind shifting a bit, now blowing out towards left center field. That ball hit on a line past the flashing glove of Marquis and underneath the glove of Fredette, who gave it an effort. The second baseman did, and Baldwin has his second hit of the ball game.
I tell you, the spunky second baseman, who just keeps smacking the ball.
So
Certainly
now,
doesn't have the size of his older brother
No.
Corey when he was playing. Not yet, anyway.
That's going to bring up David Dewey. Dewey today is 0 for 2 with a walk. Got Budzik in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, the scoreboard says 2 outs, but there's only one.
Only one.
Yeah. Yep. Now let's see if they have that delayed steal again. That's what Budzik did his last time up.
And the pitch bunted foul by Dewey. It was in on the hands as Marquis just threw it over the inside part of the plate.
Yeah, interesting call there with 1 out, especially since Budzik does have a stolen base ready. But I thought a good throw would have had him last time.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's Baldwin.
why.
Baldwin at first. And that pitch missed inside. Budzik in the on-deck circle.
If you notice what they're doing now, Don, is the second baseman over there, Fredette, is playing to the weak side, and the shortstop was covering the bag that time.
1-1 pitch, swing and a miss by Dewey. And he got a good hack at it there, just blew it right by him.
So there's a big hole between short and third right now as they expect Dewey to go to the right side more so.
1 ball, 2 strike, 1 out. Runner at the bag at first. That's Tyler Baldwin. Marquis peeks over that glove as he usually does. He works from the stretch. Leg kick pitch. Fires a fastball up high. Count goes level. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, not a very big lead over at first base by Baldwin. Only about 2 steps, 2.5.
1 run on 6 hits for RCP. They've committed an error, allowed a run to score. Ground ball right to the third baseman. Goulet goes to second for 1 on the first, and safe there is the hustling Dewey. So he'll reach on the fielder's choice. Fredette made it close. Good transfer throw to the bag at first.
I tell you, though, that shows you the speed of Dave Dewey that time, though, Don, because that should have been a tailor-made double play. And it just didn't even. I mean, Dewey got down in a heartbeat. I got to expect them to be stealing now.
So now you got 2 out. Runner at first. Budzik to the plate. He's 1 for 2.
Coach LaPenta wants something. He wants to talk with the pitch count maybe. They wanted to confirm it. Marquis must be getting up there, I would imagine, as well, as they have a pitcher warming up in the left field line.
Looking ahead, the middle of the order will come to the plate for Bristol in the bottom of the 7th. Presumably to face Valentin, and the throw is going to be very tardy. So Dewey gets himself in a scoring position with the stolen base. That was a difficult try for Bernier there.
Yeah, that time, Don, what happened was Budzik swung a little bit late. I mean, he really didn't have to. I think he gave up a strike there to protect his runner, but I think Dewey would have had it stolen anyway.
Absolutely. The pitch. And he's trying to steal third. The throw, the slide, they got him. Wow.
That was a little strange.
Yeah, they sent Dewey trying to steal third base, and instead he's thrown out by the catcher, David Bernier-Goulet, with the alert tag. And we're on to the bottom of the 7th, tied at 1, right here on SportingNewsCT.com. Stay with us.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
All right, right back here at Muzzy Field in Bristol, and Steve Riley. We got our video back.
Yeah, we got the video back.
We probably missed the most exciting inning with the frozen screen, but what are you going to do? Here we are on the bottom of the 7th, and
I still think that most exciting inning is to come.
Yeah, that's true, because someone's going to win this game. We're tied at 1, bottom of the 7th. Valentin has only allowed 3 hits here today, touched up for a run back in the 5th.
Little unusual strategy last inning, trying to steal third with 2 outs, and Budzik up a lefty.
2-0 pitch over the outside corner for the strike call.
But I've seen coaches with an attack mentality. So there's nothing wrong with that, I suppose.
Foul tipped into the catcher's mitt. Quickly 2-2 the count here to Violette, who's 0 for 2 today. You know, Valentin's done a pretty good job against this part of the batting order.
I wonder what his pitch count is, though. I think Zach Markey in last inning for Bristol was up to like 102, 103.
You missed outside.
That's going to be a strange decision. I would rather start my next pitcher in the if they go extra innings.
If he's only got a couple of pitches.
Yeah, if you only got pitches left. Yeah. I wouldn't want to saddle the other pitcher with the other guy's count.
Popped up and out of play behind us. Nice to have you with us on SportingNewsCT.com. Special thanks to Aiden Blanc, who has helped us out here with the broadcast in Stamford. Brantford winning 1-0, eliminating the defending state champ, and Violette comes up with a nice base hit on a 3-2 pitch out there to left field, and now you got a base runner on.
Yep, their 4th hit of the game, and the winning run now on first base, and up is Green. Last time Green did sack bunt to the first base side. See what they do here.
So Green.
Fredette with 8 stolen bases on the year.
Was that I had Violette? He must have made the last out. Is that right? So that was Fredette that hit?
Yeah, Violette got a base hit, remember?
That's right.
He bunted again.
A little bunt. Scooped out by Valentin onto the bag at first, and Green retired.
Wow. The all-state hitter, power hitter from St. Paul, gets it done twice in a row with a sack bunt. As his teammates give him high fives.
That's what you want.
Yeah. Sacrificed himself for the team.
So DiLoretto stepping up to the plate now. DiLoretto has walked, and he is grounded out today. Pitch down low.
Well, if DiLoretto should get a base hit RBI to win the game here, it'll be his first of the season, Don. And what a time to get it.
Good call there. Advantageous for Valentin on pitch low and away in that strike zone. They get that strike to get ahead of the hitter here. Comes back and throws the ball, and the count 1-1 strike. Runner down at second base. Potential game-winning runner at the bag at second. That ball hit to the right side of the infield. Lombardo's going to field it. Bobbled it. They're going to send the runner home. And no throw as Lombardo bobbled it more than once. And in walk-off fashion, Bristol wins 2-1 over RCP. DiLoretto with the big hit. I don't know if you'd give him an RBI on that, Steve.
I don't know. I guess the E9, definitely an E9. I don't know what they're carrying out there. They're carrying a baseball bat with somehow a helmet on there on top of the baseball bat as they bring it out to their pile, their little miniature pile they had down there in the first base side. It was a great game. I mean, there it is. An error does it. And then the sack bunt proves to work, and Bristol moves on in the winner's bracket.
So they get a chance to wait for things to kind of settle down. They'll be back in play on Wednesday. RCP will play somewhere on Tuesday as it all works out. And just stay tuned with the American Legion website on how that is all going to play out. We'll take a quick break, and we may have some results from games around the state of Connecticut and try to fill you in what's going to take place Tuesdays with loser bracket games all over. So there's your final score, 2-1. Bristol victorious. Back with more in just a moment.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
All right, welcome right back. So Bristol has earned a couple of days off, and for RCP, they'll take on the winner of Tolland and Waterford as they're playing today in a losers bracket matchup. Now, if Tolland were to win, RCP would go to Tolland, and if Waterford were to win, RCP would travel to Waterford. And Bristol just sits and waits and finds out who they play on Wednesday. So that's how that
Bristol
all plays
clearly
out.
in the driver's seat now, Don, as they got 2 days off, as you said, and that's really going to help their pitching and to get their eligible pitchers back for their next game. The story of this game, Don, is really the errors. I mean, the pitching matchup was great. Zach Marquis that pitched well for Bristol. He gave up 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. On the other side, Jared Valentin, he gave up only 5 hits, had 3 Ks and 2 walks. A very well-pitched game on both teams' parts. The difference really was that run that they scored that Bristol got to tie the game in the bottom of the 5th inning when there was an error by the second baseman on a double steal. And then now the game ends on an error on a base hit with a runner on second with the right fielder making an error. But, you knew the guy was going to go. It looked like initially they were going to hold him up. But then the moment he bobbled it, for the second time. There was just no question he was going to make it easy. So it's just a sad way to lose a game for RCP. And for Bristol, the second walk-off win by 1 run in a row.
Well, when things are going your way, they are going your way. How's that for a little philosophy for you? So they win, and they're in the winner's bracket. We'll be somewhere, 2 locations, hopefully, for you on Tuesday, weather permitting and schedule permitting for all involved. So special thanks to Paul LaFleur, his help behind the scenes, my partner Steve Riley. Great work. 2-1 your final score. Bristol 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors. RCP 1 run on 6 hits and 2 errors. Zach Marquis will pick up the win. Jared Valentin, the tough luck loser. And that's going to do it right here from Muzzy Field in Bristol. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and goodbye.